So, when Jokic walked into the Intuit Dome, he made it a mission to show everyone why he's one of, if not, the best player in the world. In the first quarter, Jokic put up 25 points while only missing 3 shots to shoot 72% from the field during this period, and he poured in the buckets in many different ways. To start off the game, Jokic initiates the post-up versus Zoo, and when big bodies collide, it's usually a battle. But as you can see, after that first bump, Zoo decided to move back, and this is for 2 reasons. For one, he wants to give himself space to be ready to absorb the contact on the second bump, and for another reason, if Jokic is to deliver another bump, then Zoo now has the space to just pull the chair. Well, with Jokic using that footwork, he instead uses that drop step to pivot into the lane for the hook over the top. This postgame of Jokic would immediately pose a problem for the Clippers, because even when much resistance was given when he made his way to the paint, Nikola always has a trick up his sleeve. So to outbeat the defense, here's where he uses the slight shimmy to make Zoo get stuck in his tracks as he then dives in to kiss this off the glass with the left hand. As the quarter goes on, the Clippers would show Jokic different looks, such as throwing Brook Lopez on him, and then having James Harden slide down to close this gap on the floor. So instead of going into the post-up or trying to drive the lane, Nikola decides to face up so he can see the entire court, and since nobody is cutting into the middle or getting open on the perimeter, the pull-up from about 15 feet is pure money.
Jokic selects for the mid-range, and it's one of those nights.
This first quarter was purely about setting the tone and being aggressive. When he felt that little amount of contact when jabbing to create space, he rises up to get the whistle from the ref for the and one.
Jokic feels the contact, knocks down the shot. He'll go to the line for the old-fashioned three-point play.
And when defenders got flat-footed waiting on that pull-up to come, I know Jokic isn't the fastest guy by any means, but he attacks right, which makes Zoo have to open up his hips all the way just to recover. And by the time Jokic hits the paint, you can see he has the perfect angle to go up on this right side while Zoo is being shielded off with Nikola's left arm. Now when talking about angles, I want you all to look at this play here. We touched on this in my last Jokic video about how the best thing in basketball is to advance the ball off the floor quickly. So if you haven't seen that, we'll go watch it after this. But as we roll the clip, Nikola's gonna get the ball up the floor to Brown, and just like he races those horses, Jokic is racing Zoo down the floor to receive the ball, and if you're not right in front of him, well, you're just giving up 2 free easy points. Even if it's not Jokic to be the one to score easy on these fast breaks, he'll certainly be the one they look to get it to, but just to show off his quick reaction skills and unselfishness, upon receiving this pass, he's already looking up the floor to see if he has an open teammate, and as we all can see, Brown is wide open on his left side, so Jokic proceeds to hit Brown on the run for the bucket. All of this here happened in just the first quarter, and with him and Brown having a special connection on the court, they're able to go to this pick and pop not only once, but twice when Brook is too late to get out there to get a hand up.
Jokic tries to retaliate. It's good. You were talking about the talent on the floor. We've got centers knocking down threes.
As we continue throughout the game where Nikola put up 55 points, he would continue on to break the Clippers defense, as on this play, he has the mismatch with James Harden fronting him. But with Jokic, he already knows the help will be closing in on the backside. So once catching the ball, his first instinct is to turn and see the floor. And when you play with great players as a role player, you understand that as long as you make yourself available, they will then set you up for success. Now, if we all direct our attention towards the middle of the screen, you're going to see Watson cutting from the wing to receive the pass from Jokic to go ahead and slam it home with 2. To some people, these are just basic passes that don't mean too much, but for me and you who love basketball, we notice that Jokic can read what the defense does in a quickness, such as when defenders get too far over and help to try to stop him from scoring. All this does is allow his teammates to be wide open to cash in from deep.
Hardaway Jr. straight away. He is 48%.
And trust me, anytime the defense is even a step over too far, Jokic will make it a priority to make them pay. Like seriously, on this action where Jokic curls around to catch the pass, you're gonna see Aaron Gordon start to dive into the lane as the defense is more worried about Jokic. But I want you all to look at what James Harden does in this situation. In theory, he's in the correct position as he's the weak side help and Gordon is making his way closer to the rim. But when you're dealing with an all-time great passer, you can't give them any window to make a pass, or else they'll do so with no problem, which grants them 3 more points. This passing game of Nikola was just one way he was making the Clippers defense crumble, because just like earlier in the game with his post-ups, it didn't matter who was on him. He would start to bully them into the paint with no issue, and this here is where staying 2 steps ahead of the defense is major. Me and you both can see that Lopez is ready to help out if Jokic is to continue backing down or spin off this way. So Nikola plays into that by faking the spin towards the help, only to then go back towards the right side for a hook over the top with a contest that's pretty much non-existent. For most casuals, they'll think these post-ups are boring and don't require much skill, but you tell me, is a turnaround fade out the post not just beautiful?
Fades and fires and fills it up. I mean, he's got 48
I mean, hey, say what you want about him, or even think that his playstyle is boring, but I'll tell you this, we're just gonna have to respectfully disagree, because when I see him immediately pulling up from deep off the catch over the contest, this shows me just how confident he is in his shooting ability. When he gets the ball on the run to then use his floater before hitting the defense, this showcases the soft touch he has while being a 7-footer.
Down the lane, a rainbow floater. He is good.
And even if defenders are to step in front of him when he's going inside, he displays the focus by still completing the bucket through the contact. So far this season, Jokic has been on a tear. And if you want to see a full-length analysis over him, comment Joker down below with 2 things you like about his game. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to drop a like, subscribe, and turn on post notifications so you're first to know when I upload. I thank you all for your support, it truly means a lot, and I'll see you in the next video.